72 hours. That is exactly how long the illusion of your financial well-being will last once the bank servers go down, terminals die, and ATMs turn into empty iron boxes. If you only have a few bills left in your wallet, a digital blackout effectively erases your bank accounts to an absolute zero. At the end of this protocol, I will name one critically important, low-cost item that will replace a stack of $100 bills when paper money finally loses its meaning. It is not gold, it is not silver, and it is not ammunition. We are going to break down the cold mathematics of survival, the currency of chaos, and the change fund. The biggest mistake people make is hiding a stack of large denomination bills at home. In a systemic collapse, this is a critical technical error. You need a change fund. The survival formula is strictly mathematical. 50% of your cash reserve must consist of the smallest possible denominations, 30% in medium denominations, and only 20% in large bills for major wholesale transactions. Why? Because in a crisis, no one will have change for a $100 bill. If you only need to buy a 5-gallon jug of water, you will either overpay by 20 times the value or be turned away. Small bills are the grease that keeps the wheels of street economics moving. Furthermore, you must diversify your storage. Never keep all your cash in one emergency envelope. Divide it into 4 parts. One for your wallet, one for your go bag, one hidden in your home, and one on your person. If you are forced to evacuate, or if one location is compromised, you do not lose your entire liquid capital. The devaluation of gold and jewelry. In movies, survivors trade gold rings for food. In reality, during the first stage of a crisis, gold is a dead asset. If a person is hungry and thirsty, they do not want a gold coin that they cannot eat, and whose purity they cannot verify on the spot. Verifying gold requires specific chemical acids and technical knowledge that the average person on the street does not possess. Unless you are dealing with professional wholesalers, jewelry will be traded for pennies on the dollar. If you insist on holding precious metals, focus on small silver coins. They have a lower intrinsic value, making them much more practical for small-scale bartering. However, for the first 30 days of a blackout, a pack of high-quality batteries or a gallon of fuel will always have more purchasing power than a gold necklace. Do not invest your liquid savings into jewelry, thinking it is a universal currency. In the short term, utility always trumps luxury. Consumables as liquid assets. In a prolonged collapse, the economy shifts from monetary to utilitarian. Items that are consumed daily and have a limited shelf life become the new hard currency. The most stable asset in this category is medicine. Simple, over-the-counter painkillers, broad-spectrum antibiotics, and disinfectants like chlorhexidine will be worth their weight in gold. Another high-liquidity asset is tobacco and alcohol. Even if you do not smoke or drink, these items are incredibly easy to trade. They are compact, have an almost indefinite shelf life if stored correctly, and the demand for them remains constant or even increases during times of high stress. Small, individual-sized bottles of high-proof alcohol can serve 2 purposes: as a trade item and as a medical disinfectant. Stockpiling. This is not about supporting habits. It is about holding a commodity that everyone recognizes and wants: the energy standard and fuel. We have moved into an era where energy is the ultimate resource. Portable energy is a primary trade good. If you have a solar setup or a way to recharge 18650 lithium cells, you own a recharge station. In a world of dead smartphones and silent flashlights, the ability to provide a full charge is a service you can trade for food or information. Fuel is the second pillar of the energy standard. Gasoline and diesel are extremely difficult to obtain once the pumps stop. However, fuel has a technical expiration date. Standard gasoline begins to degrade after 6 months due to oxidation and the evaporation of volatile components. If you stockpile fuel, you must use stabilizers and rotate your stock every 6 months. Store it only in high-quality metal jerry cans, as plastic containers can accumulate static electricity and are permeable to vapors over long periods. In street economics, a 20-liter canister of stabilized fuel can buy you safe passage or a seat in a vehicle heading out of the danger zone. The information monopoly when the cellular towers are dead. You are blind and deaf. In an isolated city, a desperate person will give away a crate of canned meat or a luxury watch just for the chance to know where water is being distributed or to contact a neighboring district. This is where the information monopoly comes into play. Having the tools to receive and transmit information is a high-value economic asset. We are talking about portable radio scanners and multiband receivers. If you can listen to emergency frequencies or coordinate with local groups, you possess the most valuable commodity of all: situational awareness. Information does not weigh anything in your backpack, but it is the only asset that allows you to predict market shifts in the street economy, knowing which roads are closed and where the new trade hubs are forming, barter etiquette, and tactical safety. Trading in a crisis is a high-risk technical operation. Never show your entire stock to a potential trade partner. If you are trading 5 cans of food for a tool, only bring those 5 cans to the meeting. Showing a full backpack makes you a target for theft or violence. The ideal trade happens in a neutral, open location during daylight hours. Always have a security shadow, a partner who stays at a distance and observes the interaction without being seen. In street economics, trust is a luxury you cannot afford. Every transaction is a cold exchange of values. If the other party tries to change the terms or acts suspiciously, terminate the deal immediately. Your life is always worth more than any asset you are trying to acquire. The item that replaces cash. Returning to the item I mentioned at the start, the one that will replace a stack of $100 bills. That item is a high-quality portable radio, walkie-talkie. Why? Because when the lights stay out for a month, communication becomes the only way to organize, trade, and survive. A pair of programmed radios allows you to create your own network, giving you a massive advantage over everyone else. It is the ultimate tool of the street economy: physical assets and technical knowledge. Are your real bank account. Stop relying on a screen that can go black at any moment. Start building your utilitarian reserve today. If you found these rules of street economics useful, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and comment below on what you are stockpiling first. Stay sharp and stay prepared.